Welcome back, guys. This is Legit Lee back again with another video. Today we're streaming part 2 of the Dremel CNC that I'm building kind of from scratch. We're using obviously some of the parts. I mean, if you want a lot of information, that stream I did last night will definitely help you. I made it really long because I was starting from scratch for where like the most basic person didn't know what they were getting into. That needed a lot of information. So if you're new to this channel or to the whole Dremel CNC idea, then I would recommend you guys checking that video out. I know it was long, but it was kind of necessary for some of the stuff that I was doing. But this video won't be as long, and you may see from this design right now, it's a little different from last night's. The only thing that's different really is that I put out this 4mm by 640. It's a 6mm stick, 640 by 600 by 640 millimeter. It's just basically a waste board that I wanted to design really quick. It's just a square. But we're gonna hide it. I just wanted to show what it will look like. I wanted to see personally, basically. So I'm just gonna hide it. And I did grab another stepper motor. I copied this one, brought it over here, and then copied this one and brought it up here just to see what it would look like with all the stepper motors in. This one doesn't need to be here. The reason why it's here is because I was still modeling, trying to see, and I made sure I changed the colors of everything. So all these parts that are in red will be the parts that need to be 3D printed, or in my case, I'm gonna 3D print and weld together, because like I said in the last video, I'm gonna be cutting out the metal pieces, like flat pieces of metal from like steel sheets or like steel plates basically, and then I'll be welding these parts together. And then I was thinking I would leave the top kind of open. Last night I was thinking about this. I didn't tell you guys, but last night I was thinking I would leave the top open to actually pour epoxy resin in with some sand, so like fill in the crevices of all this and make it super it'll be kind of heavy but sturdy, really sturdy. And so I figured that would actually work, because a lot of people do that. What they will do is like I could show you a video, but maybe on the third part, because I'm trying to make these videos kind of actually short now, because I know obviously nobody wants to watch like 3-4 hours of me rambling here, but sorry about that. Hold on. But yeah, so there's a few videos that show how to do like epoxy granite CNC machines, where they will fill in like for instance these crevices right here. Let me just zoom in so you guys can see that. So like inside of the excursion, they will pour epoxy resin down these shafts to make it, instead of hollow, it would be it'll actually be filled in, so that way it can reduce resonance. So like frequencies traveling through the inner hole would be a resonance that has vibrations through sound. So when you're drilling, there's like vibrations, and that travels, and it can throw off like micro movements of your cuts, so it won't be as precise as you want. So people do that for these excursions, so that way they can reduce the sound resonance. But that's what I'm thinking about doing for these. If I weld them together, then I have like a complete hollow inside, so I can pour some epoxy resin down in here with some sand mixture to fill in the crevices, and that way I won't have to use as much epoxy either, because the sand will help compensate. And if you guys want to see that video, you know, comment, let me know. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. So like I said, all the red parts is what we need. Right now we were at the point where we were finishing up this guy right here. We need to make a, I think it's for ball bearings, I think there's 16 millimeters skateboard bearings anyway. I believe they're like 16 millimeters in a circle, and I think like 5 millimeters thick, or was it 8? I can't remember. I had one around here. Shoot. I don't know. God. You know what? I'm pretty sure I could find it. Let me just search on Google real quick. That'll be easier. Skateboard bearing dimension. Okay, they're 22 by 7 by 8. That makes sense. So we'll just have to design that really quick. So Shift D. Oh, wrong thing. Undo. Shift A, I mean. And then we're going to get a cylinder. Change the dimensions to 22 by 22 by, I think it was 7, if I'm not mistaken, I just saying. Yeah, 7. So we're good. Let's go ahead and do 7. Hit enter. Now if we go 1, and we got to do one more. So let's do Shift A, cylinder. We're gonna do 8 by 8 by 10. That'll work. And now we'll click on this guy, and we're gonna give it a, you know what, I'm gonna make it stepper motor version so you can see it's black. And then we'll go to our modifiers, and we'll go ahead and start adding a boolean here. There we go, and click on this, hit apply. And then we exit that out. The reason why we did that is so we can make the hole. You'll see what I mean. So there's an 8 millimeter diameter hole in the center now. That was super quick design. If we go to top view, now you can see in the center here we have a hole that goes through. So that's an 8 millimeter skateboard bearing, which is what we're going to be using for our stuff here. So if I rotate this 90 degrees, we'll bring this up. Right about here looks good, and drag it over. Okay, that was probably too far up. The reason why I'm bringing it over here is because we need, this area is going to be where, I haven't really decided. I kind of like having my stepper motor on the left side, because on the right side, I don't know, I don't really like having my Z-axis motor on the right side. I like having it on the left. I'm used to left because that's where like your Z-axis motors are on most like 3D printers. So I'm probably going to leave that on that side. We'll keep this ball bearing on this side over here. But we have it though, so that's good. And now we can go ahead and start with this guy. So first, now that we have our lineup for... Oh wait, you guys aren't seeing, hold on, let me get this up, I'm sorry. Let's make sure you guys can see my tools here. Yeah, so start, so you guys can see down here what I'm doing. So what I did to get in this position, I did Control 3. That'll get me on the left orthographic side so you can see better. So we need to put some holes in for us to mount the stepper motor to this part here, and we'll make a little recess too. So what I could do is get into the stepper motor's information right here, What I mean by recess is we're going to boolean cut into this design here. But first, since we've been designing this completely from scratch on the first video, I want to check my normals. You always want to check your normals when you're designing something from scratch because you want to make sure nothing is flipped or anything crazy happening. How you do that is you're going to go into object mode, and then we'll go to overlays, and down to the bottom you see right here we have normals. I'm going to extend them out so you can see them better, and then you'll be able to see each face normal protruding out, and they're supposed to anyway. So out, good, that's good. It looks like all of them are looking right, and we can hide all this other stuff here if I just go back and tab and hit hide, and we'll hide this guy, and this, so we can get a good see everything really quick, because we can bring all that stuff back really quick. That's nothing. And so now we go click on this guy, go back into this mode, and we still have our normals selected where we can see them, so that's good. And it looks like all of them are looking right. Now there is a way to do it where you can see the normals too through a version of this, I believe. I think, what was it, shading? I can't remember. I'll figure it out though. It will show like blue and red. Blue is good, red is bad, basically. I'll have to figure that out later. I remember I seen it somewhere. I think it was Blender Guru that showed that information, but I just can't remember what he got into to view it. But I'm used to this anyway, where I could see my lines. And we can make the lines bigger, I believe. I mean, it shows we're at 2, but I can change it to like 5 if I wanted to, so you can see it better. So yeah, it looks pretty good though. No bad stuff. Good. Alright, so exit out of there. And then we'll unhide everything so we can see again. I'll hide this table. And let's see. So, like I said, I'll start recessing this stepper motor first. So, what I'll do is, you know what, I'm just going to build this, kind of. I mean, we can drag this in. I think that would probably be better if I just pushed it in and then boolean cut it out. And then whatever hole is right here, we'll just add another hole to it to cut all this. That would probably make more sense. I don't know. I'm still debating. I think I should just make the size of it. It'll probably be easier. See, one of those things is where like you have to kind of decide what you want to go with. There's so many different options when it comes to this stuff. So we're going to add a cube. Let me get the dimensions of this guy really quick. Get these normals off really quick. Right now I'm listening to some anime music. I'm an anime fanatic. But you guys can't hear it because I cut it off for you guys can't hear. Let's see. Let me go to selecting the dots. I need to know the bottom and the top. We're going to view. Let's go ahead and segment. Show. We're at 55.8. And then I don't know what this radius is. The arc. Oh, I gotta select a third vertex. I forgot. There we go. Arc. We're gonna have to move it so I can see what we're looking at here. Why is the arc looking all kind of weird? Wow, this art looks strange. So I don't know if I'm going to use that. I'll just model it. It's fine. We need 55.8 from top to bottom for our stuff. So where are you? Cube is down here in the corner. Item 55.8. Right? Was it 55.8 or is... I think it was... Yeah, I was right. 8.8. What I'll do 50... Let's do like 56. That'll probably be better since it's on the borderline. That gives... It's because like when we print this out, you want a little bit of slack, a little giveaway, because filament, when you're printing them, shrinks sometimes, depending on your filament. Well, actually all the time, but it's so microscopic, sometimes you can't see it. That's why when you like print something for like a ball bearing, you have to press fit it in, because it's so shrunken down that it may not exactly fit, which kind of works for some people, but you know, for something like the stepper motor, I don't want it to be messing up or anything, so we'll do 56 instead of 55.88 since it's on the borderline there. And then what we'll do for the Z, let's do, I don't know how thick I want this. Hold on. No. Let's do 10 for now, but I'll need to double check. So for this guy, let's hide some stuff here. How thick was this? I don't know if I ever did the thickness measurement. Let me do that really quick. Segment. 28.60. Interesting. So we're at 10 for our stuff, so I think 10 isn't too bad. Maybe I should do like 18 for the mountain depth, because then it'll be more in, you know what I mean? So like be more rigid around there. We can do 18. I think that'll be alright. And then we'll have to do... How many lines was this guy? Maybe that'll help out too. Okay. Zoom in. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines. 11... 12. So there's basically like there's 10, but maybe like 12. We'll see. We're gonna try to match it as best we can. What we'll do is, the best way really would be us to bring this guy over there. So we'll go 1, rotate 90 degrees. What? That was weird. I could have sworn I just hit rotate. Rotate 90. Why doesn't it want to rotate? What was I rotating? What is this? That was odd. There we go. Alright. Now let's zoom out. Drag this guy up. Bring it over. There we go. Bring him over. Bring it down. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. Alright. now that we can see where we're at here, we can probably move it over like a little bit, just a slight pinch. Right there looks okay. Okay. I'm trying to get it super. There we go. That looks. Well, no, I don't know. It looks alright. It's like very, very small, minuscule. Anyway, now that we have that, we have to. God, I hate this. Perspective view sometimes. Anyway, now that we have that, we're gonna go into edit mode here. Select the edges. Grab that edge. Grab this edge. Grab this edge. And that edge. So now if we do Control B, and then we pull about right here, and we add 1, 2, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that worked. All I had to do is just rotate the mouse wheel is what I was doing for that. Let's just double check to make sure we got 12 and I'm not just randomly counting while I do this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, good. So that did pretty good. Now that we have that, all we have to do is go to 1. Now we want this as close as possible where it's going to cut out. So we're going to do object mode again, and then we're going to bring this guy in. That looks pretty good. See well, we can get it a little closer. We'll just barely drag it in there. That looks alright right there. Now, is that where we want our stuff? That's the question. I feel like that would be a good spot for it. Yeah, I think that would be a good little spot for it. Now, this is going to be a hard to design through, drilling and all that, so I'm not sure about this portion when I start actually cutting out this stuff in steel, but I'll try to figure out something. If not, I'll just make it like a mounting straight onto the plate. But obviously you see it's recessed in, so that's pretty good. I don't know if I should have it that deep, because I know the motor can get hot. I don't know if that'll melt this. Maybe we should just make it to where it gets this part in, so that way this back part won't affect or melt our piece here. Because I know a lot of you guys like using PLA. I'm the same way. It's not just you, it's me too. But I don't think I know I'm gonna probably be doing, if I do print it, it's gonna be an ABS. But either way, that would still get kind of hot depending on certain circumstances. So what's that about? We're at 18 on the Z. So how about we change it to I don't know how much that is. It's like, let's say 6. It's probably 5. 6 is alright though. Yeah, we'll do that instead of 10. I mean, that still gives us plenty of mounting room. Alright, so now all we have to do is just boolean it out of this. So let's move this guy a little away. So we'll click on him, add a modifier, hit boolean, hit this eyedropper tool, click on this guy, hit apply, and now we just select this, X, delete, and now we have the recess for our motor. And now what we have to do is add a shaft, well, a hole for the shaft. So if we go over here, my stepper motor shafts are 8 millimeters for mine, so I have to make it an 8 millimeter hole. But some of you guys may get a stepper motor that is like 5 or 6 or something like that. I think I have like 2 6s, 2 23 motors that are 6. But this because I cut off a pulley that was on them. Because there was a pulley mounted, like welded mounted on there that I had to like cut off with a grinder tool and stuff. But you know, it depends on whatever you get. But mine is 8, so I'm gonna just do 8. So we're gonna do Shift A, and we're gonna go ahead and grab us another cylinder. We'll do 8, and let's just do like, I don't know, 80. This random number here. So we'll bring this guy up, rotate 90 degrees, bring it over. Now you want to match it with this shaft for the most part. That looks good right there. And then we just have to bring it over. I think that's center, but we'll see. Let me just wireframe this up so I can see it. Okay, not exactly. It's a little off. I think that's right. It's hard to see because we got all these other stuff going on. Let me do solid, and we'll hide this guy. Hide. We'll just hide all this stuff that we don't need to see at this very moment. Alright, now we can do the wireframe mode version. So now you can kind of see it's a little off, just a tad. Really, if my shaft is 8, maybe I should make this 10 so it has a good clearance. Yeah, because my shaft is 8, so I'll do 10 instead, now that I think about it. I think that looks like center to me. I don't know, it's a little... XC83. Oh, what's up, man? Appreciate you commenting. Yeah, you definitely check this stuff out, man. It's very good information if you ever decide to want to build something like this. Because it's not hard. I mean, most of these parts are actually pretty cheap. That's the reason why I'm doing this. And you'll be able to cut out anything. Like, I plan on using this machine to be able to cut out like plexiglass to make like custom computer cases and stuff. So like when you light up, say if you get like one of those little RGB lighting kits and you want to make like, say, Goku, for instance, to put on your computer, or, you know, Luffy, One Piece, any kind of anime or whatever kind of design, Batman, you name it. So this would actually help out a lot, and you don't have to really do any work. You can just sit it and leave it, and it does everything for you. I'm trying to figure out, is this center? I think that's the center right there. That looks pretty good. It's hard because this isn't directly in the center. You can see it's like off here. Let's see, but that looks pretty good. It doesn't have to be ultra perfect because I'll have enough space. Alright, so now we're going to go back into solid, or we'll go ahead and bring our colors back in too so we can see. And now that we have this front view, Let's do Alt H to bring everything back that we hidden. And remember, if you guys need to know what I'm doing, just look over here in this corner. This shows all my information of all the hotkeys I'm using. So now we have this guy. We're going to select this one. Because remember, anything that we're cutting out of this shape here that we just designed yesterday, it's going to be what we're cutting out of. So you select this one first, add a Boolean modifier. You make sure it's on difference because that's going to cut it out. It's differencing it. If I ever get a PC, I'll definitely look into this for a custom case. That sounds dope. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, this isn't just for PC cases either. If you wanted to do something custom for, like, say, you know, you got PS4, right? So if you want to make like a PS4 controller holder or something that has, like, you know, if you want to make it into like plexiglass where it lights up or something while it's charging, there's a lot of different possibilities for this type of machine. If you ever looked into like CNC, if you just like Google search CNC, there's a lot of crazy stuff people have built with this. They cut plexiglass, wood, for instance, aluminum, regular steel too. So like it depends on what kind of machine you're building. This one that I'm making should be able to at least cut out plexiglass, wood, and I am going to be using it as well with a drag knife, so it can cut out what's it called, the vinyl. So like stickers, the vinyl stickers that you can get for like cars and like you know custom PC case wraps and stuff. So I'll be able to cut stuff out like that too. Because I already have like 2 drag knives already. If you ever checked out that video that I made for the all-in-one 3D printer, it's like a 3-in-1 or something like that. That one has a laser engraver, which this can use. It has a drag knife, which this can use, and it's going to have a spindle. Pretty much this is like a 3D printer without the whole 3D printing, which you can add a hot end to, and you can actually turn it into a 3D printer too. Alright, so now we difference, we hit apply. We click on this guy and hit X, and now we have the hole. You can't really see it because this is in the way, but I'll hide it really quick. So you can see right through now, all the way through it. So that's pretty good. Now we'll unhide this, and now we need to make our holes that will mount our motor to this piece right here. Because these are, I think, 6mm holes. I've been using 5mm nuts for mine. So what I'm going to do is we'll hide this bed here. And we're going to do another Shift A to get our cylinder again. And we're going to change the dimensions of the cylinder to be 6 by 6. Incredible. Yeah, man, it's some crazy stuff. I'm glad that you decided to tune in, man. I'm not going to try to make this one too long. So I know you probably, you know, obviously you've been have to deal with your newborn and everything. But yeah, as long as you stay on here, you comment or whatever. If you have any questions too, man, just let me know. So let's see, we're at 6 by 6, and let's see, I think this design was at 58, so I'm going to do like 70 just to make sure it cuts all the way through. And we'll go to 1 on our number pad over here, add a cylinder. This is kind of in the way. Maybe I should just put this in the center so you guys can see it better. There you go, because this right here is blocking. I don't know. Anyway, so we have a 6 by 6 by 70 millimeters of a rod, basically, and we're gonna rotate 90 degrees again, and we'll drag this guy up to about right here, bring it over. See, now you can see it will cut all the way through. Now we'll do Control 3 again, bring it over to our left orthographic mode, bring it down a little bit, zoom in a little more, and bring this over. Maybe it is a 5. Only like 5.5. Let me see. It's hard to tell. I think it is 5. We can double check though. I can segment this really quick. So I clicked on the stepper motor that we are going to be using. I want to hit tab again, and then if we select these individual vertice dots, we have to click that, select this one and this one right here. If we do view and hit segment on our measure it tools, 5. Okay, so that one's 5. Okay, so that's fine. We can change that. So the hole we know is 5 millimeters in diameter, inner diameter anyway. So we'll get out of this, click on this guy. We have to go back to the item, and we'll bring these back to 5 instead. So a little correction, which is fine. And then if we control and pull up, drag a little bit, that's still too much. We have to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Get finer movements. There we go. Right about here. And move over. Perfect. Now, how are we going to get it to over here? Is super simple. Shift D to duplicate. We're doing it on the Y because remember we're on the left orthographic side. So this is the Y axis from front to back. So you can see that green line pulled up. And then all we have to do is hit Control and then drag it over with our mouse. And click. So now we have it right there. And then we'll grab that one and hit Shift and click on this one. So now we have both of them selected, right? And then we'll do another Shift D to duplicate, but this time we're doing it going upward, so that will be on the Z axis. So you see that green, blue line that pulled up, and we'll drag up holding the Control button and locked into place. Super quick. So now we have all 4 mounting holes that will cut out of our stuff. So we can just hit this guy, add a modifier again, hit boolean one more time, and then we'll grab the eyedropper tool. I'm doing one at a time because sometimes Blender gives me an issue. So it's easier for me just to do one at a time. So we'll have to do this 4 times. So we'll hit apply. Remember, I hit the eyedropper tool, clicked on this one. So we can go ahead and click on this now, hit delete, and now we have our hole for this one. If you guys can see that, it's kind of hard to see, but it's there right here. So we'll do that again. Click on this guy. I'm going to speed this up now. Eyedropper tool, click, hit apply, hit X, delete, hole again. Again, eyedropper, boolean, click, apply, delete, this guy, modifier, boolean, grab, eyedropper tool, apply, this, click, delete. Now we have all of them. So now we have the full mounting of our stepper motor, which is great. And so it's a 10 millimeter diameter hole, so that's enough space for our stepper motor to go through and be mounted. And like I mentioned, guys, these are all real world dimensions. This isn't fake or anything, so when you print this out, all this stuff will be printed for the exact dimensions of this NEMA 23 stepper motor that will be running this machine. So now what we're going to do is start making it so where these 20 by 20 aluminum excursions are going to be cut out of this design. And it's going to be super simple too. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, well, it's really basic. We're going to do Control 1 to go the back view. So this is back orthographic mode. And if we do if we go into object mode, or edit mode, you could click on here and do it, or you can just hit tab and now get in edit mode. And see right now you can see all the vertices. So what I'll do is deselect everything by hitting A twice, and then we'll hit Z, wireframe mode, B to grab just these front vertices right here. And then all we have to do is do a duplicate of those. So we're going to hit Shift D on the X-axis, move them over. And then if we do right click, and I believe Okay, here we go. Right click and you go to separate by selection. It'll be P. You can hit P on your keyboard to do it, but right click and it'll probably be easier for you guys to understand. And we'll do separate. What this does, hold on. Alright. Anyway, what this does, it changes this from being on this object's information to its own separate object. So basically, if I would have kept this in here, it would have been something completely different all on its own. And we would have had to alter it to mess with this one, but I like separating objects because this one's going to be something we're going to cut from this design. So, or at least bullying it out or difference it out, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so this is what I mean. So now that let's get out of wireframe, so we'll do solid. So right now, this one is all on its own by itself, so it's not going to be connected to this one. So right now you can see I can't mess with these vertices at all. Like how you can see these dots over here, I can click on them. I can't click on this one. It's because this is its own object. Now, what we're going to do is go into object mode, so we can select this object instead. And then we can go to edit mode again. And then you can see now we can touch these vertices. And since this is all faces, I'm going to go on right orthographic mode so we can see. I'm going to select all these vertices right here. And we'll just connect them all together because we don't need all those. Well, you know what? I can just box all these in, well, face them in, and create its own vertices. So I mean, I could delete. There's a lot you can do. I'm trying to figure out what would be best. I think just I want to say probably just boxing them all together would probably be our best bet. So basically, we will select these vertices right here. We'll box selecting them. Actually, hold on. Let me deselect because we need to get the fine vertices. So if I do B, grab these right here, and we hit X, delete vertices. Oh man, hold on. And then we have this line edge, which is weird. I don't know why that's still there. I don't know what this is. That's strange. Oh, okay, it's showing that one. Okay, let me hide this guy because he's throwing some stuff off. Okay, now object and Control 3 so we can see. Now we zoom in. Get back to vertice mode, grab all these, and we'll hit X to delete the vertices. Oh man, hold on. Oh, I selected all those. Let me deselect these. Now, delete vertices. There we go. Now we grab this vertice, this vertice, this vertice, and this one. Hit F to face, and it makes that closed bracket. And then we don't really need all these now that we are faced that. What I can do is dissolve that edge, but let's finish up boxing this all out because that's what we're going to need to do. So let's grab these vertices over here, deselect everything, grab these right here, and these right here, hit X and delete those vertices. Click this one, this one, this one, and this one, and then we'll F to face that. Same thing with these guys. Zoom over here. Deselect by pressing A twice because we made a face so that was still selected. And now we hit X, delete those vertices, and we'll face these ones up. Alright, F to face. And Chris, if you're still watching, man, in a little while, once I'm done with this stream, I'm starting another one for another design, but soon I'm gonna start designing straight up characters from anime in here, and I'm gonna start like designing them and printing them out using reference images and stuff, and actually drawing them too. Some of them I'll have to probably draw out. I have a laptop that is a Lenovo Yoga. It's called the 720. It's a laptop that can draw. I can draw on, and it's pretty dope. It can actually make where I can draw on it to draw out my characters in digital art form. So it'll help out with creating some reference images. So I plan on doing a lot of those here and within the next few weeks too. Okay, F to face. Alright, and we'll grab this. Actually, I think I could... Yeah, there we go. Alt, Shift, Alt, mouse click, then F to face. Alt, mouse click, F to face. Alt, mouse click, F to face. Alt, mouse click, F to face. And then the inner hole... We can leave that hole like that. No, we can't. We need to box it up. Alt, Shift. F to face. Now, we probably could have done it better than that, but we're trying to speed this up here. As long as it's a complete box, basically. So now that we have all those, we're going to select all, and then we'll hit extrude on the X and pull it out. We can pull it out. Let's just do like right here. So if we select all of them, we can kind of like move back. This is about 40 millimeters. You can see by the lines. Now that we have that, we have a complete solid box that represents this shape. And we're going to go ahead and hit Alt H to unhide our stuff. We need to hide this guy. I don't need that right now. Forward, bring this guy over. Where is my... Oh, it's all the way over there, huh? No, we don't need that. Let's go ahead and set origin to center of mass. Okay. Drag this guy all the way over. Okay. Now remember, we're going to have to duplicate this because we're going to drag it down here, but let's see how deep we want it. So like right here should be pretty good. Yeah, right there would be good. I like it right there. Okay. So now we're going to Shift D, duplicate that guy on the Z axis because we're going down. And we'll just click the, hold on to your control button and drag it. And now we're lined up perfectly with the next one. So if we click on this one, or actually this guy, and then we hit another Boolean modifier here, click on our eyedropper tool, click on this one. I believe I clicked it. Hit apply. Then we click on this guy, hit X to delete. And if we move this one over, yep, we have the hole. So if we zoom in, you can see the hole. Nice. Alright. So we'll put that back. And we need to do the same thing again for this one. So if we do Boolean. Oh wait, no, not this guy. This one. Hit Boolean. Grab. Click on this one. Hit apply. And then we hit X to delete. And if we want to move this one out of the way, another hole. Perfect. Now what we have to do is grab and make sure we make these holes, because we're going to be screwing screws into these I think this will work. I probably should have waited to do both of those bowlings now that I think about it, because I don't need to make sure that the these linear rails, let me just put the color in. These linear rails down here that I have are going to be attached here as well. So I want to make sure that they have enough room to travel right alongside each other, but they don't actually like rub up or stop. So let me undo those bowlings really quick just to be safe before we get any further. I think we're good. Let's double check. I'll move this. Good. All right. So I undid the bowlings, which is fine for now. And then so now let's just go ahead and grab another pair of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to front view. Hit Shift D to duplicate. On the X, drag it over to the center, and now we'll go to the top view, hit rotate negative 90 degrees. I'll bring this over some more and pull it back a little bit, and we'll go to front view, drag it up. I think we dragged it up a little too far. Yep, barely missing these holes here. Bring it down one maybe. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good right there, I guess. Okay, so now if we go to our top view, zoom in a little bit so we can get them close enough to match here. We have to try just a little bit more. Even if there's a little bit of a gap, that's okay. Alright, so now we have... Actually, you know what? I probably should have moved it better than that. Zoom in. Zoom in a lot. Okay. Yeah, see those micro adjustments. Drag this guy right there. Perfect. Okay. Now, so we have our one rod there, and we can duplicate this one again. Let's go to front view, hit Shift D on the Z because we're going down now, and hold the button, and right there, we'll zoom in, drag it down a little more. Cool, right there is good. Okay. So now if we get our rails, just drag, oh, what's going on? Hold on. Control undo. I'm gonna bring this guy up over here. Rotate 90. And then we rotate negative 90. Front view, drag it up. Let's hide this because it's in our way right now. I'll hide this.
I'm going to the flea market. Go to the flea market. I love you. Do you want to go?
Alright, so we're gonna pull back. They're trying to make sure they line up. I think it's like right here. Let's hide some more stuff here. Okay, so if we click this guy, bring him down,
Mama?
and then we'll bring this guy over. Zoom in a little more. See, the more you zoom in, you'll get more of these squares that pull up, and those will help for like finer movements, adjustments. See how it's slower now? Now we can bring this down and bring it back just a tad. Perfect. See? So that lined up great. And if we do front view, see, there's gonna be too close, it seems like, because once I do shift duplicate on the Z, bring it down. I think that was where it's at. Let me just go to 3. I'll see, it's a little too high. If I bring it up 1, see, now they're touching. You don't want them to touch. That's not good. So we need to bring this up a little bit. Alright, let me just see. I don't know how tall this is. I want to make sure I have enough clearance for things. So let me add a box really quick. Shift, cube, I mean, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to do it like, let's just do 60 by 60 by 100. So that's 100 millimeters. Let's do 200. See where our travel is. Bring this up to playing field. So right now, our cutting depth, this is a 40, so we're probably about 60 maybe? I don't know. I may have to bring this up a little more. Yeah, because I want to make sure I can cut a good amount. Like, I don't have super thick stuff, because I think mine is only like 3 millimeters, but if I had like a piece of wood, say like a 2x4 for some reason, or something along that thickness, like a 2-inch. What's 2 inches? Let me double check here. And millimeters. 2-inch and millimeters would be 50 millimeters. So that still would cut out a 2x4. Or so a 4x4 would be 100 millimeters, basically. So if we bring this up, we'll have to bring. I'm gonna bring both of these up. I want to at least be able to clear a good amount. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll grab all these right here, drag those up. Then I'm going to have to alter the design a little bit. It's not going to be much. It's just grabbing a few vertices and pulling it upward. But, so let's go ahead and grab all these guys. I'm going to hide this cube here. Actually, I need it. We'll hide it for a second. What? No. H. Okay. And we'll hide this guy too for now. So if I grab this, matter of fact, if I do B, grab all these guys right here. So we need to separate them. I'm going to do just really small movements to separate. So I want them kind of close, but not too close. Zoom in more. There we go. So, because the closer they are, the better. Because that'll give better mounting, basically. It'll be more sturdier. We'll do like right here. I'll just, what will this? 1, 2. So that's 1, 2. Do about 4 millimeters away from each other. That's pretty good. That's close enough, but not too shabby. So, and we'll do B again. Grab all these. And then we're going to do Control H to unhide everything. And we're going to drag this up. I want to be able to match this probably. Or at least, I don't know. Let's see how big that is. No, not all that. Shoot. Let me undo the hide. Bring this up about here. Shift H. Okay, nope. Need to go a little higher. Now Shift H. Okay, too high. Bring it down 1. We'll have to do micro movements here. So, unhide. Bring it right. Nope. Zoom in more. And we'll do it right there. Okay. So, Shift H. Perfect. Okay. So, we brought it up a little bit. Well, not a little bit, a good amount. So, this is going to be kind of tall. But it should be able to cut some deep stuff. So our cutting depth is kind of high. Unless I'll do... I mean, I could bring it down a little bit. I don't know. I'm trying to think because I don't want to have too much rigidity. I mean, obviously, that can occur with it being so high up. I mean, I'll bring it down a little bit. Because you can see here, this is where this one's cutting. So that's almost double that. Now that we're here, go down to like right there maybe? Let me see. Yeah, right there is pretty good. Yeah, I'll settle for that. Now let's go ahead and hide everything that we don't need. We need to hide this, this. Okay, so we're going to select this guy and do edit mode, and we're going to do Z to wireframe, and then we'll select all these vertices starting right about here. Oh wait, let's deselect, then grab all these right here. I think that's right, right? Looks like it. Those are the only ones we really need to grab, I believe. Yeah, we'll see. And then if we drag these vertices up to match these up here. See, I'm using this hole as a guide because I want to make sure that it's straight, goes along this line, because it's going to be connected to the bearing there. So if we zoom in, it's not straight enough yet. I'll bring it up a little bit. Is that right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's center. And that's for our motor to go, our motor shaft to go through dead center to the other end. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring it down a little bit because this isn't matching up. Unless I bring these vertices down. I don't really want to do that. Oh, I don't know. I think it probably would be best for me to do that. I don't really want to do it, but it seems like it'll be the best option right now because I want to make sure that everything is really rigid. So if it's down here, that isn't going to give much play. It's more stronger in the center because it has these two shafts to support it. So we're going to deselect everything that we just selected, and we're just going to select these vertices here. Good. Okay. Now let's see if we can move this down without really altering too much of our stuff. I need to see what's going on here. It is altering a little bit. Let's grab all these vertices too, because we're gonna have to bring this down a little bit. So if we do wireframe again, grab these curved vertices, solid view so we can see, and we'll even make it the color so you guys can see better. Bring this down, down, down. That looks good right there. Okay, that'll work. And then we'll have to bring these vertices up to kind of help the curveness, I believe. So let me do that. So we'll deselect all those, wireframe. Well, the reason why I have to go to wireframe because this is manipulating the vertices on both ends. Okay, and solid mode again so we can see. Now we'll just do this one. And bring this up. I don't know, now that it's so tall, I may want to bring this out a little bit. Because that's not going to be a lot of rigidness. We'll only have this one thing I'm mounting all of it to. But it should still be alright. I don't think it'll be much of a problem. Because, like I mentioned, these are going to be screwed in, so that gives more stiffness to everything. It should be alright. If I see anything, I'll find out. And then I can just adjust it later. Make it better, if I need to. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Now... So yeah, well, it's not gonna go all the way over there anyway. So, talking to myself, I was looking at the linear rail hitting up against the screw mount over there. I'm like, oh man, but I was thinking that it's not gonna even touch because I'm not gonna make it that long where it has to travel all the way and smack against here because there's gonna be a coupling and all that. Oh, matter of fact, now that I haven't thought of that. The coupler is going to be here, so we probably need to make this hole bigger because the shaft doesn't go all the way through here. The coupler would. How big is the coupler? I could try to find out really quick. Stepper, motor, connector, dimensions. Okay, so a flexible shaft. It's weird, it's not giving me the numbers. What is... It's showing the pictures. Oh, hold on. Here we go. 5 to 10. No, that's not a dimension. I think I have one over here somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. I got one sitting right over here. Let's see. Oh, drop something. Okay, so let's measure out our coupler really quick. It is 20 by, what is this? 20 by 25. So we need to obviously make this hole a lot larger. How we're going to do that, first we have to get the dimensions to make sure we can manipulate them. Segments, where are you, segment? Oh, here we go. We'll change this, oh, leave it green, it's fine. Now we have to do our wireframe. Yeah. Hit B, grab all these vertices. Now we're going to scale on the y-axis. So pull out to, it's 20, so let's do like 22. That'll give enough clearance for it, I believe. Well, I'll make it a little bigger. Let's do 24. It's just because when the shaft is spinning, it may rub up against the sides. I don't want that to happen. So we'll do 24 by 24. So we'll click. Let's do. Click this. No. That one and this one. Segment that side, and we're going to change the color to blue, and we'll move it out of the way. So let me push this over here so we can see. Good. Now Z wireframe, grab all these again. Now we're going to scale on the Z axis to 24. There we go. Now if we go to solid, and let's just get some color in here. Now we have enough of a hole to allow our shaft to go through. And let's go ahead and add a coupler here. I'll design one super quick. Though we could just make sure dimensions are all looking right. Shift A, got another cylinder. Let's do, I said it was 20 by 20 by 25. And then we'll do another one. Shift, add another cylinder. And we need 8 by 8 by, let's just do 40. And the reason why I'm doing that is because my shaft on my motor is 8 millimeters. And we're going to add a Boolean modifier. Click on this guy. Click on that one. Hit apply. And then we click on this, delete. Now we have the hole. And we'll change this color to be a metal color. Let's go here, materials. We'll do linear rail. Bring this guy up. Move it over. Rotate 90. Let's go on this side. Bring it over. There's too much stuff. I need to hide some things. Now let's see if I can see better. Yeah, it's better. I'll make sure it's dead center. That's good right there, and then we move it over right here. That looks pretty, I don't know, maybe it's a little too much on that side. I think that looks right. Yeah, that looks good. Circle. Okay. So, Now that we have the shaft, remember the shaft's gonna be a little in, it's gonna be inside of here, because once we get our motor back in here, let's just act like it's connected and everything. So what we'll do is we'll do a unhide everything, and we'll hide stuff that we don't need really quick. I like to hide these things that I don't need so I can see what I'm doing. Things won't be in my way. I don't think I need this side right now, so we'll hide, and hide this motor. Okay. So really I just need to unhide the motor, or move this guy up. Perfect right there. And if we go to front view and we drag this guy in, let's do wireframe mode so we can see where this one stops. I think it's right here. I forgot about this part that comes out. I wasn't even thinking about that. So it won't be all the way in. It'll be like right here, I think. Yeah, right there. Because of this portion. You can't really tell or see it, but see where this line is, if you can see it a little closer. I believe that's where the indent is. Or no, it's a little back more, I think. Oh no, it's hard to see. Hold on. So yeah, starting right here. So that blue line will help us. So right there, basically. So almost went all the way through. Okay, solid. Let's get some color. So then we need to pull this guy out a little bit, because the shaft is like right there and this needs to mount to the shaft. Let's put it right about right there. That's fine. So that shaft will mount to the other shaft. Now my motor doesn't look exactly like this one. I'm just using the overall dimensions of it. I won't have this big bulky thing coming out of it on the back side, so I'm not worried about this being right there. Alright, now that we have all that set up, let's go ahead and boolean out these guys right here. So now we can select this one, go to our modifiers, add modifier, boolean, click on this one, hit apply, click on this, delete, grab this one, add another boolean, click on this, hit apply, click on this, delete. Now if we click both of these, we're going to move them down so we can see that we got our holes. And now allow these to go right through without any issues. Perfect. Now we just need to make the, I believe this is probably, I don't know, I'm gonna have to double check, but it's probably like a 5mm bolt, I believe, for the hole for this. Now granted, I'm gonna have to thread and tap these, so it can be 5 or 6, whatever one it is. Mine don't look exactly like this. It doesn't have this little curvular part. It's all just one complete circle. But it's fine as long as I get this information. So if I just select this guy, well, actually, I'm gonna put him back. Now select this guy. And go to front view. And we'll just go ahead and grab those dimensions really quick. Click on this dot, tool, view, segment. So it's 4. So 4, we'll probably have to do, since it's more than 4, it's probably like a 5. I'm gonna have to do a 5 probably. Have to thread it out to be about 5. And that's fine. So what we'll do, we'll make a 5mm hole through this part here. This one. So we get another cylinder in. Super simple. Cylinder, item, change it to 5 by 5 by, let's just do like, I don't know, 80. Alright, now if we bring it up, rotate 90 degrees, go to this view side, we need to drag this guy in. Now look at that, it pretty much just lined itself up. Perfect. Now I'm going to duplicate, Shift D on the Z, drag it down. Perfect. And now we need to grab those guys, so I don't know why I left them over here. We'll do wireframe so we can select the other one in here, wherever it is. Come on. There it goes. No. No. That one. No. Let's deselect that. Okay. Now, this view. Drag it all the way down. We'll do about right here. Dev look. Alright, so yeah, it's gonna cut through. It's looking nice. You can see it's gonna go all the way through. If we zoom, you can see that it'll go all the way through without any issues. Let's move this guy and this guy out of the way. Now all we have to do is boolean these out. So boolean, yeah, I do a lot of booleaning. It makes things a lot easier. Let's see, so add modifier, boolean, apply. So X, X. Now we have our mounting holes. So we select these two, bring that over here, and let's see how far deep we went in. So I'm gonna do wireframe so I can see where this stops. That's too deep. I can figure this out. That blue line, so we're at hold on, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Just move this over. Zoom in. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. So that should have matched up right along this one. Yep, right on that blue line, perfect. So if we do dev look, that's perfect. All right. Now if I had some extra blocks, I would have put this out more so it can slide easier, but since I only have 6, I'm only going to be able to use 6. So we have 4 being used right now, and we still need 2 for the Z to go up and down. So I'm stuck with just these. Until I buy some more, then I'll probably redesign this, but I don't know how much one of those would be. Let me see if I can find them on eBay really quick. Yeah, see, because usually people don't sell them by themselves. I'm pretty sure I could find it on, like, maybe Banggood or something. I don't know. But so far I haven't seen anything. It's fine. I'm not too worried about it right now. So, now that we're done with that side, we are going to... I'm going to duplicate this end so we can match up. Well, actually, no, I'll duplicate the whole thing, flip rotate it if I can. So we'll do Shift D to duplicate, and then on the X, drag it over here. And then I'm not sure if I do add modifier mirror. Let's undo. Trying to figure out how to mirror. Let me see. Merge limit. Okay, I'm not sure about that one. Mirror object. Flip. Oh. I don't know if the mirror is going to work for this. Trying to figure out how I'm going to get this part to look exact same on the other side. Let me see if I can find out on. Let's see how to. Flip. An object. And let's see if it comes up with anything. Okay. Sorry if it's taking too long, guys. I just need to figure this out real quick. They're all talking about mirrors. I know. Let's move the cursor. See if this will work. Now, if I select this guy, mirror, oh, okay, I understand what's going on. I need to set the origin. Okay, so if I do, let me get rid of this. Set origin to 3D cursor. Mirror. Oh, that's way out there. Okay. Let's apply, right? I believe I should just apply it now. Yeah, I understand what I need to do now. So let's just get into object mode, and then we'll deselect that, hit B to select these, and we're gonna separate by selection, make its own. And we do Control C. Was that right? No. Or Shift C. Sets our cursor back to the center. And we're going to select this. Set origin to center of mass. And this one, set origin to center of mass. So now if I want to move it. What in the world just happened? Oh, okay. I wasn't in wireframe mode. Oh, that's crazy. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta select all of it. Now we can separate by selection. Now we're good. Set origin to center of mass. No. We need to deselect all those. What in the world? Okay, I think I went back far enough. So let's go here. There we go. Deselect everything. Just select this. Separate by selection. Good. Now we go into object mode. Deselect everything. Let's go where we can see. We're only going to select this guy. Set origin to center of mass. Select this guy. Set origin to center of mass. So now we should be able to move this one fully. Yes, there we go. There we go, figured it out. Hooray for me. Moved it a little too far over. Need to come in here. Why is it... Is this one like that too? No. Why is that one a little lower? They're not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be the same. I think. Let me see. Now this one is a little lower. I think it's because this is lower. Maybe. No, it looks set, I think. All those are ground floor. I know what I'll do. Just to make sure. We'll grab these and this. X delete. Because maybe those are not set properly. We're gonna grab this. Let's hide. There we go. Got it. So now we're going to shift D on the X, drag it straight over. Now we're going to rotate 180. Okay, that's moved over too much. I'll zoom in. Yeah, see, the other one wasn't centered up right. So this one has to move back up. Perfect. Alright, so now we have both of them matching each other. I think, let me see, I'm gonna hide this really quick. Okay, so that's good. I'll unhide that. Oh, actually, there we go. I just want to make sure we had everything looking right. Okay, so this we need to fix because we don't need our motor on this side anymore. We just need to put a ball bearing here that allows it to obviously spin around in. And we already have the rails and everything, so that made this one really simple. So what we'll do is get in here, do object mode. So we need to select all these vertices right here, bring them out. We're going to leave that hole there, but we're bringing these vertices out. So if I do Alt, select, Shift, oh no. Undo. Okay, and we select these guys. Good. So let's see if I can pull it out. Okay, no, it's not working. Let's just do C. There we go. Now we should be able to pull it out without any issues. Pulled out good. It's just, you see, it has a little bit of a lip that I'm not liking. We need to like micromanage this. zoom in a lot, zoom in a lot. Now we can pull this back just one little bit. I think that did it. Yeah, I don't see it in that. Good. All right. And now, what we're gonna do for these holes, because we don't need those, we'll just we'll have to box those in, or basically delete all the faces in there. We could do that, or I could just face it, but then there's gonna be like an interface, which would be weird. So we're gonna have to select all those faces. So I'll just hit C. We don't need that face selected. Actually, you know what? I think if I hit Alt, there it goes. Select them all. Now we hit X, delete faces. Good. Do the same thing for this one. Alt, grab. Alt, Shift, grab. And then grab that one and this one. Oh, okay. X, delete faces, good. And we'll do grab all these. I could. Okay, so now that we have that done, we can go into vertice mode here. We're gonna select all these. Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure if I just hit Alt, grab all those, Shifts, and we'll hit F to face. Super simple. I want to make sure I'm not selecting anything else. Because see, once you do that, it selects and then, you know, so. There we go, there we go, F. Now we're gonna have to do it on the same side, on the other side too, so I'll try to speed this up. Alright, I had to hide all those so I could see. Shift, grab, and grab, F, click, F, click, F, Okay. F. Okay, and I think that did it. And now if we do, let me just see. Oh man. So it selected all those? No. That's weird. We don't need that one. Or that one. I thought something was looking a little strange. Why is this one all the way over here? You need to pull it back out, sir. That was weird. Oh, this one too. Really, I'm probably gonna want up dissolving all this, but I just want to make sure that we have something here to dissolve. Let me see if I go in front view. Okay. Grab all those and grab all these. F to face. That looks better. Okay, now that we have that, what we could do is hit X, dissolve vertices. Okay. The reason why we had to make a face first, though, is because it makes it easier. So we can select all these and dissolve vertices. Because we don't need any of this stuff here. Now it'll help out a lot, so if I grab all these and all these, hit X. And we're going to dissolve all this. We only need this hole, and we're going to adjust that. So if I select everything, and I don't want to dissolve that one because I know I'm going to need that, and I know I'm going to need that. We just want to select these vertices. So if I hit X, dissolve. Okay, it won't let me dissolve all those. That's weird. Oh, let me see about edges. Dissolve edge. Oh. Okay, that just messed up some stuff. What if I dissolve this one? Okay. It won't let me do it. Alright, well, as long as it's clear. Can I dissolve these? Haha. Well, I got those. I don't know why this one won't let me. Ah, okay. I guess there's some that you can and some that you can't, maybe. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, that works. I don't mind this edge here, and, you know, I don't know, maybe I can. Nope, won't let me. Nope, alright. That's fine. As long as we got most of it gone, then we can have a flat surface. Now, I don't think we need all those vertices though, right? Because see, once this makes this little thing right there, I'm pretty sure I can get rid of that. I don't like having all these vertices if I don't need them. Solve vertice. There we go. So that's fine. Now that we have all this accomplished, we can go ahead and get some stuff going. So let's get out of that. Now do Alt H, bring everything back in. Go hide table, hide this, this, and this. And this guy, and this guy. Yeah, we don't need that, or this. We only need the ball bearing, because we want to make sure we have that set up right. So if I go 3, and bring this over, bring it up. Perfect. Now we just have to make this guy fit this one. Well, let's make sure. Bring this guy back. Bring it forward just a tad. I don't know if I want to have it all the way. I guess I should have it all the way back this way on the end. Honestly, I wouldn't mind putting 2 ball bearings inside of here just to make sure it's ultra straight. Because I have the ball bearings. I mean, it's not the skateboard bearings anyway, so it's not like a big issue to me. Let's focus on getting this one set up for this though. Okay, so if we do a, let me think, Z, yeah, I mean it's a tab, and then Z, yeah, we need to do Z, and then we'll select, so we'll do B, the box select, and we'll just grab these guys right here. Do split dev. So if I hit scale on the Y, scale on the Y, I think that's too much. You know what? We'll just have to measure it. Show segment 24. Segment. Let's move this. Okay, so now we'll go into wireframe mode. Box select all this. Look dev. Now if we do S, Y, bring it down to, that one is 22. So we'll do a little more than 22, so we'll do like 22.2. Or no, we'll do 22, because I could just tap them in if I need to. With like a rubber hammer or something. Scale Y. Come on, where are you at? I need that 22. Stop playing. There we go. Alright, so now we'll scale on the Z. There we go. So this one isn't completely centered. We're gonna have to move these guys over just a tad. Cause you see that little, you can see green on the other side, which isn't good. But we know this is centered right because the shaft and the coupler are right. So we need to move this over the whole vertices. Okay, perfect. So now ball bearing is sitting flushed in there. And that one is connected to the shaft down there. You see this motor shaft down here. If we hit 3, it'll stay black. Let's say if we wanted to move it, for instance. You see that black circle? That's dead center. Right there. Perfect. And like I said, I probably would do 2 ball bearings just to make sure that it's nice and straight. It has more rigidity. So all we have to do for that is just Shift D on the X, drag it over. So if we just move this in, these little micro movements. Let's do right here. And now inside there you see there's gonna be like a little bit of a gap, right? So if we do wireframe mode really quick, inside of here we have a gap from this one to this one, right? Compared to these 2. So in that gap we need to fill that in. So we'll have to do a loop cut, because then we can make sure we're not going to completely fill it in, because we're going to bring it into like a 9 or something. It was just so that way these ball bearings can sit flush in here without touching each other or doing anything weird. So we're gonna click on this guy, and we're gonna have to actually hide these. So we're like halfway in on this side. It's fine, I'll figure it out. Do solid, side C, tab. Now if we do Control R, make 2 loop cuts. There we go. Now if we go this way, get out of here, and we do unhide. We unhide everything, so I need to, I don't need this anymore anyway, so I'm gonna delete that. And I don't need this motor, we can delete that. And I'll hide this for now. I'll hide this guy and all this other stuff. Okay. So if we zoom in, our ball bearings are back. Obviously you couldn't really see them right there. Okay, so if we do wireframe, this guy, hit tab, If we want to, we need to scale on the X so we can drag these vertices out a little bit. That looks pretty good right there. So it'll still sit pretty flush inside. And then if we go 3, do solid. Actually, we'll do look dev so we can see our stuff. That was weird. What? What's showing red? Oh. Shoot. No. Hide this stupid thing. Alright. That's right. It should be all black. Now, select this one. Tab. Now we should still have the inside selected. Yep. Okay. Look dev. Now we want to scale on the Y. Actually, you know what? What I'll do to make it easier. Let's remove this and this. And we'll hide this guy. Click on here. And we need to grab the vertices. Perfect. So I need to grab this vertex and this vertex. And we're going to segment, make this one yellow. Make a segment. Okay. We'll make this one yellow too. We'll need to move them. Okay. So now if we select all those, now we can scale in. We'll do about 10 millimeters, I think would be good. Oh no, I don't think it's a scale. It's supposed to be, yeah, scale would do like a pipe thing. We don't want that. We want to extrude in. So we'll do Shift, Alt E, extrude faces, extrude along the normals. Hold on. Okay, so then I have to remove these. And we need to select this one and this one. Sorry, that was my mistake, guys. I forgot about that. Okay. Segment. Let's just move this guy. Okay. So on the Y, let's do 10 like I said. I think 10 is good. Because we just need the We need the pipe to go through. Or we could do like 12. I'll do 12. Say right about here. No. Right. No. God. Zoom in. Extra. Come on, let's get that 12. Oh, man. That's the only thing I don't like. This part can be a little finicky. There we go. Now, SZ, because we're on the Z axis to bring this down. There we go. So now the ball bearings will have something to sit on. And the reason why I made them 12 plus, like, I don't know, I have to double check. I don't have a ball bearing with me to check at this very moment. I'll have to go get up and get one, but I believe the ball bearing itself has a little circular metal part on the top of it, right? That allows it to spin. There's like on the shaft itself that you're bolting to, there's usually a metal portion. So that's why I left it like that, just to be safe. So I'll have somewhere for it to still roll around in without any issues. Now me, what I'm probably going to wind up doing when I cut out all this, I'll just wind up drilling the hole out. And then I have some side mount bearings that will actually attach to this. They're like face mounts that has a little grub screw, so it works out better. It will fully hold on to it. But for this is fine. So now we're gonna get out of here, unhide, so we can get our ball bearing in and we can see it. We don't need this anymore, I don't think, because we already have everything set up. So I'll delete this guy and this guy. So now we have both sides done. This is a 8mm rod that I'll have to, excursions that I'll have to cut, because that's the ones that I have. But we can see how long it is if we, like how long this would need to be. So I can just grab this one, and if we go to tool item, it's 8mm on the Z. But if I bring it down, oh no, I have to, let me do Z, it's a wireframe, so we can see where it needs to stop at right here, right? I think. Yeah, I think so. So if we do, let's do 6. And move it over. It's probably bigger than 6. Yeah, it's bigger than 6. It's like 620. 650. No, so it's about 640, I think. No. That looks pretty good. Now we can see if that matches. If not, if it's not 640, it's probably like 645 or something. Yeah, it's a little more. So let me. so we need, let's do 5. Perfect. I should have done the same on that side. So we're at 645 for the aluminum excursion, so I need to cut down to 645 for each, and that will line them up right. Because if we look, let me just zoom in here a little bit. Okay. What in the world? I'm trying to like show you guys. Okay. It's a little more than that. Probably like 646. Yeah, 646 got me right where I needed to be. Let me see on this side. Yep, 646 is right. So if we can get rid of this one, delete, and then if we just duplicate this guy, Shift D on the Z, bring it down. I think that lines up right. Let me just double check. No, it's off, I think. Let me see. Perfect. Okay, and we'll get out of that. So at least we know it's 646 millimeters, which is great. I mean, that's long enough for all this to work. And since I have 800 millimeters, I still have 2 other ones that I would need to use, or that I could use. So we're doing really good. I hope you guys are liking the video. I'm gonna pause here. This will be part 2, like I said. Here in a moment, I'll probably start part 3, so I can kind of finish up. I want to try to get this design finished up today. So if you guys are liking this video, please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Appreciate anybody that's been commenting. Thank you, Big C863. You're great. My name is Legit Lee, and I'm signing out.